Hi guys, my name is Taylor and I'm going to be talking about how to plan a flower garden. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so planning a flower garden. So planning a flower garden is something I usually did every year with my dad, and I still do it. There was a time I had to stop because I was working too much and I didn't really have time, but I got back into it, especially with the pandemic going on. I had a lot more time during the summer, so it was a really fun activity to do. Trying to wait for the time to go and pass. But so the first thing when you want to plan a flower garden is kind of determine where you want it to be. Some people have big backyards. Some people their backyards are a little smaller. So try to figure out where you want it to be. Um, I would and depend. It depends on a lot of different things, like how many flowers you want to plant. Um, Usually, flower plots are like 5 by 10 feet. So, like you could see in the picture. Yeah, I would say that's 5 by 10 feet. I have a flower box too, and it's about the same size as his. So first thing you have to do is kind of plow the land, just like kind of mix up the dirt a bit. There's tools for that, but sometimes you can just like take a shovel and just dig it up and mix it around. Also, I would get some garden soil. You can get it from like Lowe's or Home Depot, depending on how big your box is. Mine usually takes about like 4 or 5 garden soil bags just to fill it up, but it really depends on how big your flower plot is. You can get a flower box like he has. I have one. Or you can just keep it simple with a plot of land. Another thing you want to think about is keeping the box in sunlight. It's good to choose an area where the sun will come out. Like if you're doing it on the side of the house and the sun never hits that area, it's probably not a good spot. So then you want to gather your seeds. You can get your seeds from Lowe's, Home Depot. You can even get them from the dollar store. I think the dollar store had them 4 seeds for $1, or 4 seed packets, I mean. So what you want to pay attention to is the flower heights, how much sunlight do they need, are they perennials or annuals? So the annual flowers, they die in the winter time, so you have to replant them every year. Perennials, they come back every year, so you only have to plant them once. So I usually get the annuals. Perennials, I believe, are harder to take care of. So I usually get Cosmos. They're really pretty. So this is what a seed packet usually looks like. So here's the front. It tells you how many days to bloom, and then if you flip to the back, it says how long to germinate. So that's for the seeds to come up. So it usually takes about 2 weeks, and then days to bloom, and then height, and then how far apart the seeds have to be, stuff like that. And then it kind of shows a map of where you are and what time you should be planting them. So it's good to kind of look at that and then try to get similar flowers that bloom at the same time. And then you can organize the flowers by height. So you can have the shortest flowers in the front and then go medium height to like the tallest flowers. So it can look more presentable. So again, as I was saying, you want to organize based on the time, when do they bloom, can they all bloom together, organize by heights, and then plot. So I usually get 5 rows, so like 5 flower seeds. You also should gather tools, like do you need a shovel, stuff like that. And then when you're going about planting them actually, so like you kind of make mounds in the dirt, and then you put in the seed, kind of like you pay attention to the depth on the seed packet, then you put the seeds in, space them correctly, and then just cover them. Also, make sure to water. Try to water them every day. If it storms, then you don't really have to water them. And then you have to wait. You have to wait kind of a while for them to actually bloom. I mean, 2 weeks you'll start to see the sprouts. And then after a while, you'll get excited because every day you'll come out and try to see if they bloomed yet. So this is my garden. This was my garden last year. So you can see that I put like the tallest flowers in the back. So these are the cosmos, the yellow and orange ones in the back. And then the ones towards the middle are the zinnias. I also had marigolds in the front, and I think they're called blue buttons in the front because they were the shorter ones. But yeah, this is how they turned out. I really liked how they turned out. Also, a tree fell down in the background, and so did my birdhouse because of a storm. But yeah, so that's what's going on there. But overall, that's my flower garden. So it's really fun. If you guys can do it, that would be awesome. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.